Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for high-level traders to learn valuable trends and strategies, connect with other top traders, and become consistently profitable. Click the link in the description of this video to receive a special offer on our revolutionary PS60 training, access to our daily interactive webinar filled with experienced traders, and so much more. Space is limited, so make sure you don't miss out.
So if you've been kind of listening to me, and a lot of you guys on social media who are not part of our walls, you kind of been seeing the teaser updates of this video. Obviously, a few minutes at a time here and there, just to kind of get my thoughts. And there's no surprise that I've been very, very sell biased. Okay, incredibly sell biased in this market for especially the last 2-3 weeks. And the one thing I've always known about the market is it's very, very organic in its nature, and it's very boring in its approach. And what I mean by that is, what we covered on parts of the live webinar as well, is the market's going to repeat itself cycle after cycle after cycle. So usually when you have a linear move, okay, you have a linear move up, and you have a scenario that the leaders, okay, your Amazons, your Facebooks, your Googles, your Teslas, your Netflix, all in all, Apple, when money starts coming out of them, and there's a buyer strike, okay, and you see upgrades getting faded, and when you see sweeps, call sweeps getting faded, there's a lot of problems there. There's a lot of issues there. They're not going to be obvious, but there's a lot of red flags brewing. And if you are one of those traders who just believe in the buy the dip theory without reading market sentiment, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to be in a very, very lot of trouble. And it might work once, it might work twice, everything's all good. But again, when you are traveling a linear line, okay, like the Dow Jones has been doing, and you've been seeing weakness after weakness, day after day after day, in all these leaders. And again, you don't need to be a trader of high beta to appreciate this. Okay, you don't need to trade Amazon, you don't need to trade Tesla, you don't need to trade Google. But again, they represent speculation money. And if there's a buyer strike in a linear market that's going higher, it's screaming at you. It's telling you there is a problem. And again, as I say, it's all fun and games. You can put the blinders on. You can do whatever it takes to make fun of bears and people who trade on the sentiments to the downside. But it's all fun and games until your buy the dip goes dipper and dipper and dipper, if that's even a word. You kind of get my point. And for several weeks now, and again, if you've listened to me and watched me and all that good stuff, you know that I've been sell biased pretty much every day, every single day, because again, we're getting so many clues, we're getting so many pieces to the puzzle. They're just telling us the market of stocks, of sexy beta names that everybody wants to own, that everybody wants to be in, 2, 3, 5 years, there's an evident buyer strike. So for example, today, we had some really good pivots in the room, right? Good pivots in the room. My only losing trade today was Amazon. And let me show you how. We have 2 separate pivots in the room today on Amazon, but this is the one, in my opinion, was the most important trade of the day. Okay, so let me start out with it. So Amazon right over here, as you guys can see, this is kind of called, one of those sneaky reversal candles. So if this candle gets above this candle, it should go higher, right? So we watching Amazon for a reversal move, futures got stronger, and the reason why this became the most important, not the best, but the most important trade of the day was because it gave you more signs of what is about to happen, or what is happening, or what a lot of traders are just refusing to believe should and will happen, and it's going to happen, and it's happening now. So we watched it, and there was aggressive call buyers came in. I forgot how many, not that many, it was less than 600 calls, but I think it was the 10-20 November call sweeps came in for a little bit less than 600 contracts. And usually when you see a sweep come in, they're usually surrounded by aggressive buyers coming in. And what happened was the stock broke above this pivot right here, okay, it broke above this pivot right here, 973, that's where I got long, and the stock went up 30 cents. Okay, stock went up 30 cents, and as soon as it broke the pivot, the sellers came right back. They completely disregarded the sweeps. They completely disregarded the futures rising, and they deemed to sell the stock. And I wound up only losing $1 in the trade, a little less than $1, like 87, like around 87 cents. Who cares, right? $1 loss in Amazon, who cares? But again, what that led us to is a decisive stance that the market is not going higher. Same thing happened with NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA, there was call sweeps, NVIDIA started rallying, NVIDIA went up, blah, 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 blah. NVIDIA completely turned around and went red. Again, how many times do you want to get kicked in the face before you finally realize maybe I shouldn't get kicked in the face, maybe I should move away, okay? That's exactly what's happening in the market right now. A lot of people are buying the dip, and it's been working for months and months and months when the market was not in the top of the ninth or the bottom of the ninth inning. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. How much more linear do you want to go? Now again, granted, all these companies are fantastic. Google one day is going to be at 2,000. Apple's going to be at 500. Tesla's going to be either at 20,000 or at $2. Again, depending who you ask on social media. So again, this is not an attack or a stance on the fundamental analysis of any company. So anybody telling me, if I'm short Tesla and the stock is going down $3, anybody's telling me the stock is going to 500, okay, why don't you just tell me 5,000? What's the difference? I don't care. It's price action, guys. We're trading price action. We're not trading opinions. I don't know where the stock's going to be in 20 days. I don't know where the stock's going to be in 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be alive in 20 minutes to figure that part out. What we're trying to do is win our interval by gathering, again, as much data as possible, okay? As much data as possible so we can trade, and the algos and the pivots and all this aggressive institutional buying or selling, they're on our side. We're not going against them. We're going with them, and that's why some of these candles are turning to be incredibly aggressive. So the only losing trade of the day today was this Amazon, but it really gave such a bigger clarity to what was about to happen, and that's how the rest of the day kind of played out. So if you look at all our pivots in the room, I think that we had two. We had two pivots to the upside, and everything else was to the downside. And let's quickly go from it. So kind of going from back to start, or actually from start to finish. So the first pivot of the day was Amazon, right? Forget about the second trade that I took on the long side. The first pivot on the day was Amazon here, and Amazon was right over here, guys, this 984 pivot, okay? Again, we are shorting the lowest demand that's being confirmed. So you see this candle here, 984.50, the next candle, 984.50, you guessed it, 984 lost. This thing got absolutely manhandled. Forget about everything else that it did for the rest of the day. That first candle was from 984 to 975. This is a $9 candle. Again, congratulations to all you guys who did catch that. Again, just to show how the futures were gapping up today. And if you watched and listened and came to Morning Strategy early, you saw me say, hey, look, I don't buy this. I don't buy the futures. I don't buy the fact that these stocks are gapping up until these things really show me they can live with prosperity. This is a sell bias. And that's exactly what happened here. Obviously, Amazon was the first victim. Baidu, again, Baidu super tough for me to get liquidity. Very tough. So I shorted this breakdown right here. Again, the lowest candle into support. So I shorted this candle right over here, this 264.30s level, and my lowest cover was my runner, made about 80 cents, 85 cents, whatever it was, and then the stock went down a little bit more with this little bit of flash. But listen, it is what it is there. NVIDIA, congratulations to all you guys who caught that 198 break. Again, you can see, here's the channel right over here, guys. Again, sneaky. We did a whole webinar about it. Again, the top of the channel and the bottom of the channel, they're bread. They're french fries, they're lettuce, they're tomato, they're the secret sauce. We don't care about the secret sauce. We don't care about the lettuce. We don't care about the pickles. We want the damn meat, right? We want the meat. And here's the meat right in the middle. Once it broke 198, really nice move, 85-cent move to the top of the channel. You can see exactly where the move correlated right into supply. So great job for all you guys who caught that break as well. Then we had several pivots of Tesla. So let's talk about several pivots of Tesla. Here was the first one right over here. Where did I short this damn thing? Yeah, the 46 break right here, the 46.20s, the 46 break. I started shorting some in the 46.10s, and I added more into the 46. My lowest cover was right before the break, and then it came right back up. So I did okay. I did okay on the cash flow part of it. But what came next was the trade of the day. We talked about this pivot right over here, guys. This correlated perfectly. If you look at the daily chart, right? If you look at the daily chart, this 42 area, look at the bottom of the chart here, 42.67. We knew this 42 was going to be important, guys. We knew, because once that was going to break, it was going to lose this whole channel here, lose this whole support. And if it was going to lose, we knew this thing had a shot to 337. We shorted this thing on the 442 break. still have a runner. This thing went all the way down to 336. Hopefully tomorrow, this thing will take back the 336 and go all the way down to the 330 area. So it's just an amazing move, especially towards the end of the day. I was very, very happy about it. I went to the bathroom and the stock was $3 lower. When I logged off, we were only up like 3.5 on the trade. And it's, when I came, literally, when I literally just went to the bathroom and came back, 5 minutes later, it was another $3 lower. So congratulations, especially you guys who are long I believe Charlie's long the 330 puts going into tomorrow's session. So good stuff, man. Good stuff here. And again, guys, again, our opinions are fantastic. Okay, if you like the Jets, you like the Jets. If you think the Jets suck, the Jets suck. That's opinions, right? Price action is different. Price action, there are no opinions, okay? The price action is right. If the market is telling you the price action is going higher, it's going higher. If the price action is telling you it's going lower, it's going lower. Again, I've been sell biased now for 3 weeks. It doesn't mean I'm a bear. It means I trade reality. And right now, these things are acting very, very iffy. Right? Very, very iffy. And if we get one more day, if we get one more gap up in crap and the Dow pulls everything else, all the leaders who are gapping the linear market up, we're going to run into a lot of problems. So again, we continue to be sell biased. Again, I don't believe in the word bearish. I don't believe in the word bullish. I mean, bias is everything to me. So I am sell biased going into tomorrow's session. It's a good day. Good job for everybody. Again, the most important part, guys, stay patient, have a good game plan, and the most important part is stay solvent every single day. And let's get into tomorrow. Okay, let's get into tomorrow's session and see exactly what, where, and who, where the power lies, where the value is. So, look, I want to start out with all beta. It's going to be all beta.